Hello everybody, today I'm back at Sunderland Cemetery in Grangetown. I was only here, last time I was here on Saturday and it was absolutely freezing. Completely different today, quite tropical. I've just seen somebody run past me with his top off, that's how warm it is today. So the purpose of this video is I'm going to show you the grave of one of the most famous heroes from the past of Sunderland. And that is Harry Watts. I'm not going to go into his life because it's something that most people know about, and you can just go on Google and you can find everything about him. But basically he saved dozens of lives, not just in Sunderland but in various places around the world. I think up in Scotland when he was out in Quebec as a mariner. So Harry Watts, if you Google him, he's even got his own Wikipedia page. But one thing that isn't so well known is his actual exact resting place. Now, he died on it was 26th of April 1913, aged 86 years old, and on the following Wednesday there was a large funeral at this place, Sunderland Cemetery. Andrew Carnegie, the American billionaire who was born in Scotland, actually met him, and when he visited Sunderland to open those 3 libraries, and he said he was the bravest man he had ever met, and he actually personally gave him a pension of 25 shillings a week, which was a decent amount for that era. And on his death, his wife was allowed to keep that particular one. Now, the reason why many people don't know where his grave is because it's something you couldn't accidentally come across, and it's actually quite faded and weathered. So, you know what will happen now? I probably won't be able to find it again. But we've just come in, first left, at the gates of Sunderland Cemetery. So if you come down here, this is the area of the cemetery where a lot of the great and the good are buried. Some well-known Sunderland names from the late 1800s, early 1900s. Lots of the aldermen, justices of the peace, solicitors. Give you one example there. There is the well-known John Candlish, I believe he's got a statue in Mowbray Park, who died at Cannes in the south of France. There's a few members of the Candlish family around here. I can see one there. So, the Harry Watts grave, just sun's shining a little bit at the moment, so I hope I can bloody find it. Doing a video. Oh, here it is here. See what I mean? Just to give you an exact particular spot. There's one of the cemetery chapels in the distance. So literally we're not the opposite, pretty much opposite the tackle shop over there. So there we are, the grave of John Candlish, and it's literally just a few metres behind it. Sadly I haven't brought my torch, but I don't think even that shows up well, this particular actual spot. I think he was married 3 times. The second one, Sarah Ann Thompson, then there was a Dorothy, was his, from the newspaper report, was his last wife. So here's his actual grave. You can get a view where we are. In the distance is the North Sea, but when he was buried it would have been known as the German Sea. See what I mean? Look. I think there's a Martha Watts there. And it's completely weathered away. If I'd had my torch I probably could have seen it. I think he's got a son and a daughter who are buried here. And there's Sarah Sarah Ann's mentioned, that was I think that's the second wife. And says something, wife of Harry Watt. But realistically, you can't really see much. I should have brought my torch, but I think he will be one of at the bottom end down here, his name would be mentioned. I think it's just a shame that there's somebody who is such a hero from back in those days. His headstone has ended up like this, because it'd be a nice little spot. I believe one of I think there's at the Harry Watt Academy, there's a school even named after him there. Somebody mentioned on Facebook that they've been to visit this particular site, but as I said, you would never come across this by accident unless you try to find out where it was, or there's not much even online about his actual grave spot. But I just thought to show you where this Sunderland hero, there's a couple of books written about him, one back in the day around the time he was sort of alive, and then one in more recent years. Terry Deary got involved in promoting him. There's a few things at Sunderland Museum, Sunderland Winter Gardens and the museum down there. So it's absolutely gorgeous. T-shirt weather. So there it is, the final resting place of Harry Watts, the Sunderland hero. But I think you can actually read the old book. Is online, if I remember correctly. I think it's on Google Books or something like that. I remember reading bits of it years ago about his difficult life and early years and so on. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you did like it, please give it a like, and if you want to, click on the subscribe and you'll get some future updates of the next few videos that I do. Thank you very much for watching.